Okay, hello peoples, and today we do video. Very cool because I haven't done video in a while. Today video, I use every ability from default to God Punch, which yeah. But right now I'm just gonna use default. So yeah. And as you guys can tell, default is literally default. Everybody who has default. Like everybody who plays the game has default. There's nothing special about default. There's no debuffs. I mean buffs. There's just nothing. It's this guy wants me to punch him down the stairs, so I'm gonna do that. Anyways, next ability, and I'm gonna go over these like really quickly because you know I'm on a very limited schedule here because there is so many abilities. Okay, teleportation. It used to have the telepunch. Wait, Vincent, can you come outside? Come outside. Okay, hold on. I believe they got rid of the telepunch. Can you stand still for a second?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, they got rid of it, but you can basically teleport, and that's hold on. You can basically teleport. Hey, Vincent, stand still. You can basically teleport, and that's all. They used to have this ability where you could just like go boop, and if anybody was in your way, you'd punch them, and that was called a telepunch. But now you can just teleport, and it's not that deep. Okay, I'm gonna be going over these less and less because honestly, I don't care. Soda, you fast?
You don't care about your own YouTube channel? That's so
No, I just need to go fast. Soda, you're fast. I believe you may have a little bit more max health, but you're also just faster in general, and you have this can of soda. Okay, next. Next we have Shift. Okay, Shift, it's kind of a little bit hard to explain, but you teleport to the person and punch them at, like, the same time. But if somebody punches you while you're doing that, it gets canceled. But, yeah, so that's basically what Shift is. Okay, next, we have Glue. If you press E, you get glue, and then if you punch somebody, if you punch somebody while you're in the cooldown of glue, then you can glue to them. Let me just show you that real quick.
I'm not just gonna be a punching bag. You're gonna have to actually beat us.
Hold on, Vincent. And now as you can see, he is stuck to me, and I could literally just jump off the map.
Let me punch him.
Okay, now next ability.
I actually really like this spring ability that I got from the Victor guy.
Boomerang. Okay, boomerang, pretty cool. The more you hold it, the more it does the thing, but
No comment.
it's pretty good. But it's only good if you're actually skilled at the game, which most new players aren't, which is why nobody uses it. Next, Gravity. Gravity has our first mastery in this video. So basically, regular gravity, you just fly up in the air, right? Okay. So now we have Gravity Mastery, which you'll see in a second.
You're gonna run away, Vincent? Yeah, I can deal with that.
Okay, now we have Gravity Mastery, and it's honestly contrary to belief. It's not contrary to belief. It's just Gojo. You can use Hollow Purple. Like you can just use Hollow Purple. So that is literally just Gojo ability. Okay, I'll wait till my cooldown to show you the rest of them. Okay, my cooldowns are back, so I can use E to summon a red ball, and if I time that actually good, I can do that. But I can use Q to summon this blue ball, which I can move around on the ground, and that is good. And if you press both of them at the same time, it's Gravity Mastery. Okay, next ability. After Gravity, we have Soap. Soap is really simple. It summons a homing soap, and honestly, it's and it has a trail that if you touch, you kind of like get hurt. So yeah, that's Soap.
Yeah, no. Also, stop licking my real leg, dude.
Also, next, I already have your real name as my screen display. Grapple. You can use that.
I have your real name as your screen.
No, I don't have my real name as... Okay, so you can use E to teleport to a location, and Q to bring people in. And that's basically all. Okay, next ability. But like as your name, I have yeah. Okay, robot. Robot is fairly simple. You press E to summon a clone yourself and Q to hit people. And this clone will automatically fight for you. And it is not that good at fighting. Next ability.
Yeah, but there's also one extra thing you can do with the clone.
You can like double jump in the air with the clone.
No, you can't double jump in the air with it. You can pretend to be the clone. So
That is true. That's true. Okay, next ability.
And then they'll be attacking the wrong person.
A buff. You can use this to get giant, and then you can like do that and like roll around. Even when you're not giant, you can roll around. And yeah.
You really think I'm gonna let that?
Okay, next ability. Okay, after buff we have slime, and yeah, slime is honestly not that self-explanatory. Q, you get these jump boots. And with E, you just lay a big layer of slime on the ground. So you can slow other people down.
Yellow.
You can slow other people down and speed yourself up.
Why can't I get my own minion?
And there we go. Next ability. Okay, now we have mushroom. Mushroom's honestly kind of like, it's just a mushroom. You have six classes. Technically 5. King, you become a king. King, you increase the strength of nearby mushrooms. All mushrooms and a later class that we're talking about, tree, are all the same team. Next up, we have the healer mushroom. Moves faster, is weaker, and is much better at healing the other mushrooms. Next up, we have the buff mushroom. He is literally just big boy. Big boy. And also, if you haven't seen the mushroom abilities, they vary with each mushroom, but that ability especially varies with each mushroom. But then you shoot out mushrooms, and the other one you go underground. Okay, next mushroom. And also, buff launches you way higher than other mushrooms. Next mushroom, we have the summoner mushroom, which is honestly it's one of the most confusing mushrooms. So you can like summon these guys, but they hurt you. Like, it hurts you to summon them, but then they will attack people for you, and honestly, they're pretty good. And you have the exact same abilities as everybody else, except for those things. Okay, okay, and then there's random, which just selects one of these 4 or 5 mushrooms. Okay, next ability, bounty hunter. Okay, second mastery. Okay, so basically for the mastery, I'm just gonna do the mastery. Actually, I'll do the mastery first. So basically, for the mastery, you just press R and you can see everybody through walls, and you have a target usually up here, and that has a reward. But you can turn it off by just pressing R again. E, you will shoot a guy, and then with Q, you just shoot a net. Okay, next ability. Well, actually, you saw the 2 abilities there. So for the other ones, I'm just gonna explain it while I'm getting the other one. For the 2 abilities of regular bounty hunter, you summon a ball that rotates and clamps onto people, like you saw earlier, and you also can summon a map, which gives people bounties, like that. Okay, next ability, programmer. You can do this, which will reverse people and slow them down, and yeah, and then you also have a Q ability, which it's error, and it just kind of makes people fall down if you use it correctly, but I am kind of bad at this, so. Next ability. Next we have deflect. Deflect is honestly a very interesting ability. Not really. You just summon this deflect ball that pushes people away, and you can also use E to like push people away, and this is particularly useful if you're trying to push people off of the map, so you could just like bye-bye. Next ability. We'll get into some of the more actual, like, unique and innovative abilities next time. Or next, like, in a little bit. Barrier. Okay, you can use this E ability to, like, wee around inside your barrier. And then you can use this... And then you can use this Q ability to hit people with that barrier thing you just saw. Next ability. Now, next up we have... Next up, we have Magnet Mastery. Next up, we have Magnet Mastery. Wait, Vincent, come here. I want to show you something. Vincent, I want to show you something. Look, I can use this Q to pull him in, and so he has to no choice but to follow me. Or I can use this E to push everybody away. And if I press E and Q at the same time, I can summon a rock. Which, if I press E and Q at the same time, I can. If I release Q, I think it breaks into a smaller rocks, a ring of rocks. Or if I release Q, it breaks into a ring of rocks. But if I release E, it breaks into a It breaks into it breaks into like you just throw the rock. Non-mastery version now. Okay, basically this is really simple. And you just kind of like yeet, boop, and you can actually troll people if you stand on the edge with this and throw them off. And usually has a farther knockback, and it keeps people away from you. Okay, next ability. Now we got Overcharge. Honestly, Overcharge. Basically, you just have these fists, and they do the thing where if you punch somebody, they, like, look, watch this. If you punch somebody, yeah, you can, so that's the Q ability, but if you have a passive where if you punch somebody, you get like that, and the Q ability is you slam down, and the E ability is you shoot, arrow, and you can choose when to explode it by pressing E again, or I think. But also, if you use shift lock, you can kind of control which direction you go. Anyways, next ability. When you have, next ability is Stone. Okay, so honestly, Stone is a really interesting ability. Basically, it's not that interesting at all. You summon a massive stone, and this actually deals damage. But the armor, you get some armor for one, and then next you can summon a massive stone that deals a lot of damage. Next ability.
How dare you say this? I might take you out.
Okay, now we have Snow, and honestly, Snow is one of the more interesting abilities, for real. Like, I'm actually being serious. So, basically, you can summon this snowball, and if you push it around, then it gets bigger. I'm just gonna cut to when it's max size, okay? Okay, guys, kind of help me push this snowball around, okay?
No, you saved Vincent.
I did not save Vincent.
If you did, what do we do with the snowball?
You push it around.
And then what? Why is it flying?
Okay, guys, it's not exactly max size yet, but it's pretty close. So basically, if it is max size, I wanted to show you this, but I don't think I'm going to have time because I want to go fast. But anyways, if basically when it is max size, you can just press E to and it'll pick up people instead of just throwing the snowball. But next ability thing. Also, you can make this snow wall that is kind of hard to get through. Next ability. Okay, so as you can see, the next ability is cards. They actually had to change this from Uno due to copyright reasons, but yeah. So the Q ability of cards / Uno is a very, very short cooldown card throw in which you just throw some cards. And the E ability is a thing which makes you literally invincible. And if anyone punches you, they just punch themselves. Next ability.
That makes you not hit anybody with it or else you'll get hit.
Yeah. No, you can hit people. Anyways, next ability. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Next ability, Meteor. Okay. Also, by the way, with Uno, if you punch another Uno while having Uno armor on, you create a black hole. Anyways, now if you press Q, you can summon a Meteor, and that deals some damage. But I'm gonna wait for the E cooldown to go up, and then I'll show you what the E cooldown thing does. Vincent, don't move. Can you stand right here for a minute and just don't move? Okay, guys, so we're back, and, Wesley, please stop. Please let us stop. We have the cooldown back, and, basically, it summons a giant moon that flings people, and the Q ability, hold on, can you stand right there? The Q ability summons a meteor that also damages people. Next ability! Okay, the next ability is, Plant. Basically, what this does is it makes you kind of able to fly, but only near, like, certain, like, the ground. You can only fly near the ground. Basically, yeah. And, yeah, so honestly, it looks really cool. But, You can also throw these little pink balls. It's kind of like Uno, where it has a pretty short cooldown. Those are the spikes, or they're not pink sometimes. But if you have like a color changer on, like me. But so you just drop some spikes on the ground. But when you're with your E ability, you can throw a low cooldown little pink ball thingy. So, and that's basically all it does. Okay, next ability. Also, you can.
You hit me once and you're laughing like a maniacal.
Okay, now we have lava. Okay, so lava is actually one of my favorite abilities because they still haven't fixed it where you have cookies, but usually you wouldn't have cookies. So you basically have a fire. You have a higher damage, and if anybody steps on your trail, they get burnt. And you can't jump while doing that. And your only option is to point in the direction you want to go. Also, you can summon these lava things. You can summon these lava things that like really hurt people. So yeah, next ability.
What did you summon those cookies?
Now we have Blood God. Honestly, Blood God is kind of like I don't know. It's not that good, but it's.
Stop running in 1v1, you poo-poo.
So yeah, basically for the Q ability, you go underground and you go really fast. And for the E ability, you can place down this portal, and you can place down this portal that will have people get trapped in your dimension, and then you have to 1v1 them for freedom. And if they beat you, that's how you get the badge. That's how they get the badge. But if they don't beat you, then they are dead forever. They have to like respawn, and that's kind of annoying. Basically, yeah, it's a 1v1 ability. So if you're good at 1v1ing, use the ability. Not really much else to say. I'll just show you how it works here when I kill them. You just kind of face through the floor and then come back up, and that's all. Okay, next ability. Okay, now we have Bone. And Bone is honestly one of the ability. It's just an ability you remember because it has a mastery. We'll get into the mastery in a minute, but honestly, it's just an ability that you gotta remember. And so basically its E ability, it'll do this, and this has much more knockback than a normal punch, and its Q ability. Anyone moving inside this will take damage, but if they stand still, they will only take damage when the bones are coming up. Now we go to the mastery. Okay, so the mastery is, honestly, it's a good mastery. So basically, once you enable the mastery, you will see that right here, you can use the E ability as basically a better version, and you can actually swivel your camera to control where this goes. And the Q ability summons multiple different types. So, basically the types of bones are blue, blue bones will, they will hurt you if you're moving, and orange bones will hurt you if you're standing still. And you may see this R ability, but I just need to get that to this bar meter over here to 100% before I can do that. So, when you guys respawn. Okay, so I'm gonna see you guys when I get this bar meter to 100%. So, yeah. See you then.
Why do yours look like that?
Because I have the mastery. Hey, can you guys help me get this to 100%, please? Why would you do this?
Because that's my ability. Oh yeah, I'll help you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll gladly help murder Vincent. Stay away from my friend. Thanks for helping.
Okay, guys, and now we have the, we're at 100%, so now we can press R. And this, what it does is it just summons a bunch of bones, and these bones absolutely decimate anybody near them. And they have they're really OP. And so that's the mastery of Bone. Next ability. Okay, so the next ability is Crystal, and honestly, Crystal is a very good ability, not gonna lie. Basically, what Crystal does is if you press E, you get this armor, and anybody who punches you will take damage. Also, when you equip this armor, you heal. Now, you do get a little bit slower when doing this, so do it with care. You can also summon this crystal thing, which deals damage to people. Okay, next ability! Okay, so the next ability is an ability called Mage. Honestly, this ability is honestly just kind of... It's a little bit weird. So you have 3 spells. You have the E spell, which is a fire spell, and you have a Q spell, which is an ice spell. And now you also have an R spell, which more recently got added. So I'm just gonna get into this fight and let this guy damage me a bunch. Also, this mana meter prevents you from overusing your abilities. But if you punch somebody, you get like I think 10 mana back. Is it 10 mana? I don't know. But now the next ability is the R. So the R casts a healing spell on you, I believe. But it's a pretty good healing spell. And you can just freeze this guy if you want. Now you can burn him if you so choose. But if you miss, you still lose the mana. Next ability! Okay, so the next ability is going to be Cyborg. Okay, so Cyborg is an ability to remember. This is one of the ones that used to be, it got revamped. So the E ability just shoots this knocks back players and deals damage. And the Q ability actually shoots out one of your arms, and if it hits somebody, it'll make a massive explosion. Anyways, next ability. Also, you have a tang sound when you're hit. Next ability. Okay, so the next ability is, not any of these, but right here it is Storm. Honestly, there is mixed opinions on Storm. I honestly, truly don't really like it that much, but basically what you can do with Storm is if you press E, you become a living tornado, which makes you low gravity, and also it will suck people into your tornado and make them sit. And Q shoots out a lightning bolt that will hit people, and honestly, that's a pretty good ability, not gonna lie. Q does good.
I got the ability that heals other people. It's basically the teamer ability.
And
No.
and next ability is
Get out, wait.
next ability is Paladin. So basically what Paladin does is with the E ability, you summon a strike of lightning that hits people.
I accidentally summoned my heal ability.
And with a Q ability, you can block. So let's just say this guy. Hey Vincent, try hitting me. Try hitting me. See, it does much less damage. Also, you deal much more damage with this ability. So yeah, that's basically the gist of the ability. It's honestly a very good ability, and I recommend people, newcomers especially, using it. Next ability.
Kaboom.
The next ability is Paladin, and my bad. The next ability is Devourer of Souls, and honestly, I'm not going to cover this fully, so if you want to go check out all the phases for yourself, you can do that. But anytime you kill somebody, you get 1 soul, and that is the gist. But you get more powerful as you get more souls, and and then the whole server starts targeting you. But yeah. Next is Time. Time is honestly a very, 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 very good ability, because if you use this E ability, which it is obviously on cooldown because they don't want you spam resetting it, but I'll show you when I have it. But if you use this Q ability, you will rewind to the places that you have been. And so basically, it's not even me controlling, as you can see, but if you use the E ability of Time, what happens is, I'll show you in just a second. So basically, I want to get super close to him. Vincent, come here. Come here, I want to show you something. Vincent, it's actually very cool.
I'm not anymore because Vincent's there.
Okay, and now you can stop time, and you can just punch these people as much as you want, and they will take a huge amount of knockback. Even if you don't kill them, they just get launched into the stratosphere. So that is Time. Next up we have Dice, and honestly, Dice is a very, very, very good ability, in my opinion, because you can roll this die, and you get a specific number, thing based on what number you had. You can also flip a coin, which has almost no cooldown, and it'll give you either a good or a bad effect. So I am consistently landing on good until now, but see, I still have this speed boost, which is, goes away fairly quickly. But, you can see if I were to just summon these dice on him, that he'd probably have gotten hit if he wasn't protected. But, yeah. So I'm just gonna pause the video for a quick second. Okay, so now we have now we have the next ability, which is next ability. It's Freeze. So basically, what Freeze does is you have this trail. You can stop it early, like I did there, because I was unpausing the video and my keybind is Q. So yeah. But you can just you can just do that. But then also you can
So why is ice yellow?
I don't know, but you can also summon this thing, much like Crystal, which is almost exactly like Crystal, except it freezes the person. Next ability. We are getting to the end of the punch ability, so some of these you probably don't have by now, at least. Which is Pirate. This is very good ability. Basically it does that, and anyone in that radius will get hit, and the other ability is Q, which has two uses. If you hit it on someone, it will, hurt them, right? But let's say you were to, let's say you were to not use it on somebody, like, oh my gosh, you actually use this, you gain this little jump boost, which is also kind of nice. Anyways, next ability. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to the end of the punch abilities here, so I just wanted to let you guys know that I had a lot of fun making the punch ability part, and the badge ability part is going to be a little bit more complicated, because all of the punch abilities don't really have that much of a unique gimmick, except for some of them, like Cyborg or, Mage. But, next we have Cosmos. This actually has a mastery. So if you were to check, you could press E to make a black hole in front of you, and Q to do that. I'm not sure what you call that, but yeah, that's it. That's not the mastery, though. That's the regular ability. So now if we turn on the mastery, here, we can walk in and we can see that we are now using Cosmos, right? So now we can just press E, and the E ability has gotten a buff. So now, instead of just being in front of you, it makes a black hole that extends from where you were, which is nice when you want to get somebody off the edge. Now, if you saw how small that was, that's probably because it's, honestly, this is a buffed ability of the Q. You can charge the Q now. And I missed, but my point is that you can charge the Q, which will give it a longer or shorter cooldown, depending on how much you charge it. Next ability, we got Quantum. Also, no more punch abilities have any more masteries, so yeah. Next ability is Quantum. So, I'm gonna need Wesley for this probably, because, yeah. I don't want to deal with this pain of dying over and over for just a simple video. But did I ask? The point is, did I ask? Okay, but, anyway, so the Quantum, you have this, Quantum Realm that you can press by using E. And here we have a, 5 options, and you can see that these are options, right? Rotate cubes, black hole, low gravity, enlarge cubes, and escape. So you saw how black hole is red. That's because it has a starting cooldown, so you can't just immediately use it. But you can use rotate cubes to make the cubes rotate. And honestly, you see I have low gravity right now, right? But I can just click that, and I have low gravity. And I can click that. I said I can click that. I can click that. I can't click that. So I always have low gravity since I'm the owner.
How to go
You just kind of like shift lock and look down.
Yeah, well, I don't have shift lock.
Okay, then it's a you problem. Anyways, you can also click
Yeah,
enlarge.
use shift lock for some reason.
Then you can enlarge cubes to enlarge the cubes. But I think quantum is broken right now but if you click black hole, all of the cubes will like go to the center, and then they're gonna like reappear like that. And then basically what happens if you do that, and if a player gets over here, they can go in that quantum portal. But if they fall to the void, like if they jump on the cubes to get over here, they can go to the quantum portal. But if they fall into the void, they will die. Unlike me, since I'm the quantum owner, I do not die when I fall into the void, and instead I slowly die by like you know, look, like
Suffocation.
by like getting lower and lower, basically. So the lower I get.
Die of hunger.
So and then also these cubes move around, but I can like push them out of here if I really wanted to. And then the final ability is escape, which just pulls everyone out of the.
I gotta put on my man.
It just pulls everyone out of the quantum portal. And as I said before, if a survivor is to reach there, then they will leave. Also, the Q ability is to teleport. And also, you can see that I spent so long in there that I just have it immediately ready again. So quantum is a good ability. Not sure I would recommend using it just because of, you know, it's not that good. But, yeah. Berserker. Now, Berserker, a lot of people say this is OP, and I honestly just don't see it. I don't know. I just don't see it. Like, it's a good ability. I just don't see the actual use in it. But if you're on low health,
I got my man avatar on.
if you're at a low health, you can do the like you can like kill people, but that will hurt people, and then you can also jump, which honestly they look not cool.
My manly avatar.
But those are the two abilities. Next ability, okay, okay, so now we have Railgun, and honestly, Railgun is interesting. It is a percentage-based ability, so it's kind of like use Devour of Souls or Mage, but it has a gimmick. So if you press Q, then you can steal his life, and if you punch him, you can also steal his life. So now I'm at 39%. But now you have this laser, which you can aim at people, and that will harm them. But, yeah, that's what that does. And then also, if I wanted to, I can, again, steal his life force, right? And then I can just kind of punch him over and over again until I have, also 100%, 100%, it will, in one shot, but that's all for Railgun. Next ability. Okay, so now oh my god. So now we have the, so now we have the, yeah, Stardust. Stardust. It kind of glitchy, buggy, used to be. I do think they patched it, but it is very good. With the E ability, you summon stars wherever you look, and those will damage. With the Q ability, you make this laser beam that slowly comes together, and it's usually the 4 colors, but since I have the yellow on, it's only yellow. And R, once you step into this star, you become big. Well, not big, actually. You just become empowered with Stardust, and that damages people, I guess. Next ability. We have the final ability, Plasma. Well, it's technically the most costly, but as you'll see in the future, it is not the most costly. Dun dun dun! And yes, this includes secret abilities.
What kind of drum roll was that?
I don't know. But anyways, you can press R to teleport, and those have 3 charges, so it's just better teleport, to be honest, already. Q puts you in this force field, which can even block God Punch, and E, I cannot, this damages a lot. So, yeah. And you gain charges back fairly quickly.
Strong abilities once you start off with. Because then the noobs will have more power, and then they'll be even with the pros. Why is it default the most expensive and hard to get?
I don't know.
Gamer stupid.
And the next ability,
Or if I are stupid.
the next ability is brick, but I'm just gonna have to look exactly where that is because I have 100% no idea. I'm looking all over for it and I don't know where it is anymore. But, yeah, so, I'm gonna just look behind over here. Is it here? Hero of Justice used to be there, but now it actually has a pedestal, which I will be covering. Okay, so let me just, give me a moment to find out what ability, like, where brick is. Okay, so, yeah. See you in a minute. Okay, update, we're just not gonna, we're gonna do, secret abilities last. Anyways, next ability, it's randomized, and honestly, it's just random. But you can see here we got Hero of Justice. I'm not gonna go over this just because I'm not going to, but, right now. But, yeah, so randomize just gives you a random ability that you have. Yeah. Next ability, it is cake. Honestly, cake is, like, just cake. Like, you know, it's just, I have a mastery for it, so I'm gonna show you that. But you throw that, and you do that. And so, what is he saying? Pain. So you throw that, and these little bit, okay, what the, but anyways, this little bit of, now, you know what happens if he punches me? That happens. He gets exploded. But, you know what else can do that? Your freaking fist! So, yeah. And honestly, these little cakes, they good. They're good cakes. So Cake's mastery is good. But, Cake, the regular ability is just, it's not that good. I'm not sure why I grinded out 750 Cake with this. I did it for fun, I guess. It's because I wanted every ability. But yeah, it just throws this cake. It's just a smaller version of the big cake. And honestly, it's pretty good because you can aim it and then just, like, do that.
You can't aim it because there's no shift lock.
Well, you can't aim it, but I can.
Why can't I use shift lock? Is that an unknown ability?
Yeah. Anyways, that's what Cake does. So next ability. So the next ability. The next ability is Rabbit, and honestly, Rabbit is one of the most fun abilities to play around with, in my opinion.
Computer.
Because if you will just see in a moment. So you can see people through walls if you're near enough to them. So I can see he just disconnected from the game for no reason. Huh? How about you come? Oh, okay. His computer crashed. But yeah. Anyways, but Okay. So now we have the cool part of this. The passive is that you can, if you press space, you can jump pretty low. But if you hold space, you jump very high. So you can actually aim this next ability, which is the E ability, which if somebody is hit by that, they get knocked back, damaged, and it slows them down a little bit. And this, not exactly sure what this does. It does something. I think it like gives you speed and power, but other than that, I don't know. Anyways, next ability. It is the. Okay, so the next ability is Egg. Honestly, W ability. I love this, and it's only because it's. Huh? No, it's not. Egg is the last ability I got, so I may be biased towards it. But also, it's just really fun to play around with Egg, to be honest. And you just.
What was the first ability you got? I could guess it.
Default.
Soda. Actually, no, it's default.
Yeah, that's what I said. Anyways.
Maybe it's time?
Nah, it's default.
No, it's time.
Okay, but anyways, Egg, that is very cool. But if you press this Q ability right here, you actually get, while you're in the egg, you get a bit of more max health. And Q ability is gonna, like, max health. It just drains your health. Also, when you press Q, you don't lose the max health, so that's kind of weird. But, you can see if I were to see how I healed instantly. The E ability heals you. I'm not going to say how much because I don't exactly know how much, but it heals you a bit. So yeah, it's an E ability. If you press E and then E again, then it heals you. If you press E and then Q, you explode. And it's kind of funny. Next ability, Firework. Honestly, this one I played around with this a lot, but it's kind of gotten stale, in my opinion. So basically, you can shoot this firework, and then you can choose when it explodes. And for Q, this can be used to save yourself from falling into the void. I say can because it's not a definitive. Like, you could just, like, not. But I also do think it cancels momentum now, which is kind of sad. Because before it used to be so much better where it didn't cancel momentum. But, that's what E does, and it also shoots, like, fireworks. And anybody who gets hit by the firework, like, gets hurt. Anyways, next ability is UFO. Honestly, UFO is doo-doo. I'm sorry, but I hate it. The regular ability. I know I made a series about it. It took so long to get. It was just not worth it. And for, like a UFO took so long to get. Not worth it for what it's worth. Like, it is a bad ability for what it is. Like, for having, it's on the same level as Engineer somehow. But anyways, the next ability is UFO. Yeah. So, you can do that, and then you can, like, jump out of the UFO, and you can jump out of the seat, because you sit in the seat when you jump out of it. And the next ability is the other one, which is Q, which shoots down a beam, and it's honestly one of the best damage-dealing beams in the game. But it's really hard, because you, like, go, and then you have to, like, position yourself on the player. But I think they made it so that the player gets slowed down while you're in the beam. So yeah, honestly, that's a good part. But yeah, so the next thing is this has been going on for a while, so I don't blame you guys if you watch, but consider dropping the subscribing, because this took a while to make, and I'm not even done with it yet, because I still need a lot of stuff to do. Anyways, but if you want to watch the video, good for you. I mean, that's like insane. I don't know. I just want to say really thank you for that, if you watch this. But I don't blame you if you don't. So Engineer, I'm using the Mastery right now because I do not feel like not using the Mastery, because I am actually not using the Mastery. My bad. But I never went to UFO Mastery, which is my bad again. But I'll do that, I guess. I'll do it. Q just stopped working for me. I don't think Q ever worked. I don't even know what Q does at this point. But you can just build stuff, and with the Mastery, you'll have a plane and some other parts. Honestly, I don't feel like going over the Mastery, so I don't know. I know I said I'd be going over every ability. This is basically the Mastery. The Mastery has some speed pads, plane, ladder, and that's all. That's all. But you can just make a car and drive the car, and honestly, it's just a really fun ability to play around with. So I recommend getting this, even though it takes a while. Everyone will target you. That's the only problem with Engineer. Engineer Mastery doesn't suffer the exact same fate, but it's just, honestly, it's just a fun ability to use. So, hope you get this one. Next ability. These have been going on slower, because they are unique gimmicks. Let me just show you the Mastery of both of them, because I said I would show you everyone. I know you're going to be so bored by this. That's why I don't want to do it, because I value your guys' attention. Mouse being not mouse. Yeah. So, UFO Mastery immediately spawns you in this UFO. And in this UFO, there is a certain seat that I do not know where it is. But, if you sit in the seat, then I'm not exactly sure what it is. Again, if you sit in it, I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. You can control the UFO, but only you can control the UFO, nobody else. So it's basically just UFO. And also these vents on the top, they can be entered through. And you can use Q to spawn aliens, and E you can beam up people with. But that's not all. I thought I was going to end there. No. So first you have this cage, which you can put a cage up. Also, this is your percentage. If anyone's in here, you can click eject to eject them, or alien to alienify them.
Think my computer might be alright. It's not explode, I think.
Okay, and then you can use this to shock them, but there's nobody here, and you can use this to set them on fire. That is UFO Mastery. Next ability, which is Engineer Mastery. Okay, so Engineer Mastery is honestly just a abilities. That is, yeah. So UFO Mastery is worth getting.
Again. I had to hard reset my computer twice.
Okay, anyway, so Engineer Mastery, you can see you have these. I would have forgotten this. You can...
How many days do you think until computer goes bye-bye?
I don't know. He's asking me how many days I think until his computer goes bye-bye. But I'm gonna turn up the volume really loud so I can hear it. But I don't know. I don't. It just despawned. I'll place it on a plank, I guess. Hopefully it works better there, because that just did not work at all. So we place this here, and we have the radio to place. And now if I click on it, it does not work at all. It doesn't work for some reason. No idea why. But you can also use this thing to...
Alright, I'm back.
But yeah, you're also, if you step on it, it goes flying. Speed pads, basically self-explanatory. They just kind of boost you far. Piston, also really self-explanatory. It just piston. Plane just allows your build to fly. Lifesteal, not exactly sure what this does. And the ladders, you can, like, build them, but to climb on them. And they have, like, this advanced building system where you can just, like, build this like that. Next ability. I'm on Engineer Mastery, by the way, Wesley. I'm on Engineer Mastery.
I'm gonna use my R6 my blocking avatar just because I can.
Okay, now we have combo, and honestly, I have no idea what the actual Skibidi Rizzler combo does. Oh, I love this art. I love your R6 avatar. You can do different combos like E, Q, 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 E. But...
I have ability. I'm going to
wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. I just want to show you something.
Why'd you grab me by the head? Why did my body not move at all?
And the next ability is an ability that...
I just dodged that.
The next ability is an ability that many of you have heard in the Fabled Tales.
Okay, I want to see if this works.
The Fabled ability Kick. I'm just gonna go, since he's lagging.
Oh no, I'm not lagging. I just put on airplane mode. I'm gonna see if I can take you down with me.
I have no idea what he's doing.
Damage?
No, I'm not taking any damage.
Darn it. Yeah, you're mean.
Hold on, can I show you something?
What?
Hold on, let me show you.
This is.
Let me show you.
You're in my bubble.
Okay, fine. Okay, so the Fabled ability Kick. So, I did say I would go over all of them, which is, this is the first ability you can actually acquire, like, for free. This costs 0 punches, and it is very, very easily the best ability in the game. Nah, I'm just joking, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, you can just kick people, and it sends them far, I guess. Like, it's not that deep. And he is being he's being an insane runner right now, so I can't even hit him because he's such a runner.
No,
But
I'm not running. I'm kicking you, moving away.
anyways, next ability is the Elf/Crafter. Basically, I already went over this in my Christmas abilities, so I'm not gonna skip it, but you get, like, presents, and you can throw them and open them, and I'm just gonna skateboard.
Ow,
Almost? I'm going to. Oh. You know what? I gotta go on the attack now. Hey, you wanna see something? Look, look, look.
No, I don't want to see something, actually.
Bye-bye.
I told you that I take you with me. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna take somebody with me.
And now I can just skateboard away. And I can open this red present and have a toy gun. Honestly, this is one of the best abilities in Elf.
This ability so that I don't die.
Next ability! If you can tell I'm getting tired, then you can tell that you're right, because this is long. It has been a long day. We have...
Me too. I hate going back to school.
Yeah, same. Next ability, we have Reaper. Deals more damage, slower cooldown. That's pretty simple.
Ow, why are you in here?
And the E ability does that, and the Q ability does that. Honestly, Reaper is one of the best ability for combos. So, honestly, in my opinion, it is the best ability, and, yeah. Okay, next ability, it is Vampire. And this has a special, it has a special reference to Forsaken, because the badge is called Forsaken. But, huh? So, if you saw what I did there, you probably don't know, but I hit him on the back. Hey, I'll give you free punches. Yeah, you can punch me. Free punch. Okay, hold on. All I ask in return is one punch.
No.
You can have 5 punches for 1 punch, please. Nope. 1 punch. You see how I just healed from that? Hold on. Let me punch you once, okay?
Mr. One Punch Man.
No, hold on. Watch me heal from this. Watch. Ready? Dang.
Oh, wow.
Can you use the...
You escaped from the bubble.
Use the... Okay. Okay, hold on. Wait, Wesley, can I punch you once, please? Just stand still. Just stand still, please. One punch. Okay, fine. I will have to use my abilities then. E ability allows me to throw knives, and they deal damage. But, yeah. So, the knives are good.
I'm so pro.
It deals damage to you, but it also gives you lifesteal. So, if they hit people, then, yeah. And the Q ability is honestly very fun to play around with.
Oh, wait, can I still just, like...
You can deactivate it. And as you can see, I am hitting him in the back, which is a passive that gives me 5 HP. Next ability.
You got clapped.
The next ability is Malice. I am honestly... if you guys can struggle through this with me, that would be insane, because it has been, I don't know how long. It's been a while. But,
No.
can you come out here?
No.
I'll just have to wait it out then. So the next ability is Malice, and it is a fun ability. You got it from Halloween event, and basically you can shoot a beam, and if that hits him, it will deal a lot of damage. Or you can summon these.
I'm not noob.
Or you can summon these pumpkins, which they are kind of cool. But you can only summon them. And I'm just gonna vote for the classic map.
You're stuck with me. Never mind. I'm stuck alone.
Okay, and now that we do this, he's going to be teleported out of the barrier in the map change, which is going to be so funny. Okay, and now that he's out of the barrier, we can go up to him and use this Malice Beam on him, which deals a lot of damage and good knockback. Anyways, next ability.
How dare you murdered me?
Next ability is the Festive ability. Again, I'm not going to go over this fully because it has a lot of depth in it. But basically, the Q ability allows you to fly.
Oh, wow. I'm on top of the tree. I'm safe.
And the E ability allows you to have a Christmas tree, which allows you to have a present, which, for example, my present I'm going to choose is a weapon. because I feel like I am under attack right now, and I'm going to use this snowball staff on him. And now I'm going to throw snowballs at him to slow him down because I don't like how fast he's going. And he's almost killed me, but here's where the Q ability comes in.
Bye. That's rude, bro.
And now I can use this trophy to go over here and jump on top of the tree, then drop it.
That's rude, bro.
And yeah. And that is the festive.
Look, he's angry now. Escape plus R.
And that is the basis of the festive ability. Also, you cannot drop any of your weapons for reasons you can probably understand. Next ability.
Yeah, like,
Yay!
understand it, 'cause I'm stupid.
Next ability is Mystic. Yeah. Honestly, if you can't tell, I'm getting really tired because all of these abilities are.
Ability.
So you can, with the E ability, you can shoot out a stream of balls. Okay, wait. Okay. Can you actually drop that, please? And with the Q ability, get off of the tree, okay?
No. Boy. There, I got
Get
up
off.
the tree.
Get off of the house.
Oh, why is it on a rock?
I can see you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Please just drop it, okay?
How do unlemon?
You have to punch somebody.
Well, I'm not gonna unlemon then. Just kidding.
And now is
Do
the
this to your trophy?
now is the perfect. Yo, don't actually drop it. It took a long time to get. And so now I just.
Use more invisibles.
Okay, and now I can use my Q ability to summon these mystic balls that spin around me.
Balls? Baller.
And
Are you a flirt?
as you can see, I hit him with one of my balls. Anyways, next.
I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was a baller.
Get out. Anyways, next ability. Yay! We have the Hero of Justice ability.
What does lemon even do?
Cool. Next ability, we have the Hero of Justice ability. This is a deep, in-depth ability that I have to cover all of it because yay. And for this ability, Wesley, I need you to drop the trophy. I don't need I don't need the trophy, but I need you to uninvis, okay? So punch me.
I know, I accidentally got myself stuck in like a random place.
Then drop the trophy.
There's a bunch of crystals in it.
Drop the trophy.
I don't know where I am.
I'll save you.
Roblox is removing something.
Huh?
Roblox is removing something, but I don't know what.
You're removing what?
I don't know. It's blurted out in the thumbnail of K-Rooney's video. I don't care though because it says creators and I'm not popular enough.
Okay.
Whatever it was that they're removing, I probably wouldn't have anyway.
Okay, so where are you?
In a cave.
What cave?
A cave. Oh, never mind. There was an invisible ladder. I'm gonna find you.
I'm right here.
Find that I lemoned your trophy.
I'm right here. Where are you?
I'm looking for you.
I'm at the cave.
Yeah, well, I went to the roof of the house because I found an escape.
Okay, can you just drop the trophy?
I don't know where you are.
I'm going
You get it.
to have to. You know, I'm gonna have to cut this out of the video.
Oh wow, it's a rock. There you go.
Okay. Okay.
You love your rock trophies?
Okay, guys, so now that we are back and he's not being annoying anymore, I'm going to use Hero of Justice, okay? Please stop. Drop it.
Trophy is wrong.
Drop the weapon.
It's just a rock, though.
Drop it. Please.
I couldn't see anything in first person.
I'm gonna have to cut this out of the video, okay? Just please don't make this any longer. Thank you.
Don't make a Dead Rails video after.
Yes, please, I would love to. But just can you cooperate for this little amount of time that I'm asking you to?
Yeah, I just want to get this done too.
Okay. Anyway, so now that we're back, I have these swords that I can click to deal a huge amount of damage, which is a lot of damage. And I can also summon this minion. This minion will kill, and on the 5th slash, it'll do a very big thing. Okay, next we have the Archer ability. Where are you, Wesley? Okay, so the E ability, can you come down here, please?
Yeah, give me a second. I just gotta find one ability. Okay, got it.
Okay, so now we have the Archer side of this ability.
I'm not dealing with this anime weed. Shut up. Allie! Allie! The weed is injuring me.
Okay, now we have the Archer side. Okay, watch this.
You're not the only one with good aim.
Okay. So that's the one of the Archer sides. Okay, now here, I won't do that again, I promise, but you have to watch it, okay?
You brought the spotlight with you, bro. Oh no, playing in first person and having all these things in my face is not helping. I'm staring at your name tag.
You can kill the person in the dimension, but I advise against it.
But you have a skill issue.
Also, hold on. I think we may have just accidentally, no, never mind. But yeah, so that's the Hero of Justice ability. It is good, but it has a very high cost. Is it worth it? Not in my opinion. The next ability, which Wesley would absolutely love, is the Spring ability.
Ooh, that looks nice.
It's the actual.
My real name.
No, I'm not gonna stop.
I'm angry.
Okay. But you can bounce around on this ability and also use the ability to hit people from far away. So, combined with a glitch that I know, this is pretty insane. But that is the Spring ability, and we are moving on to the next ability. The next ability is... Yay! It's Break Battler.
Oh, you sound really depressed.
Break Battler is, honestly, it's great.
Brick Battler? That makes sense that you sound depressed then.
So, Slingshot, Regeneration Coil, Banana Peel, Pizza Slice, and, Bloxy Cola. Pizza Slice is not a one-time use, by the way. Pizza Slice, you can use it multiple times. Bloxy Cola is, a one-time use, I believe. And Regeneration Coil and everything else is not a one-time use. But the Slingshot is actually something that you would like to use. But basically the abilities of this are, number 6, you have this bazooka. Number 1, you have a sword.
Just what I thought.
Number 4, you have a absolutely very, very cool weapon thingy that you should totally check out.
Find it. Try me. Try me.
And at number 3, we have this wall. It is just a trowel, so it's not that good. And at number 5, we have these balls.
You're alive. He's alive. You're dead, though. You're cooked.
Not if I use my secret weapon.
Did I kill you?
Nope.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, but you took a lot of damage.
It still damaged you, didn't it?
We have a firebrand over here, which is...
Howie!
It can also... Wait, shoot that card at me?
Howie! Again! Stop deflecting my attacks.
Firebrand can deflect projectiles, so that's pretty funny.
Maybe that's where you reset character, you just look up into the stars.
And that is basically Brick Battler. So, yeah. Next ability. Woo! So excited for the next ability, which is Lemon. Now, you guys already saw a sneak peek of this from him. But, I'm gonna tell you the rest of the thing. So, this is Lemon Mastery, not just Lemon. You get Lemon very simply. You just go to the back rooms, and I think there might be a punch requirement with it, but basically you just go invisible, and I have a juice meter that I have to fill up, and if I don't fill it up, I won't. And I can also use that ability again to go out of it, unlike regular Lemon, but this keeps me in a spectral-ish state. Kind of weird. But punching people alone does not fill up my meter. I can throw this Lemon Bomb, though, to speed this up, the process. And this R ability right here, it allows me to drink some juice, and for each punch I do, I believe I get more lemon in this state only, though. Because after I get out of this lemon state, when I do punches, they don't really do anything anymore. And then we have the Lemon Eat again, and now he has no idea where I am, except he knows that I'm following him. But what he doesn't know is that I am faster than him. Therefore, I just punched him, and now I'm going to throw a Lemon Bomb on him. And now he died. And that is basically Lemon ability mastery. The Lemon ability only has the E ability, though. That's the only difference. So I'm not going to cover it. Spectral! Woo! They changed this ability quite a lot. Basically, if you press E, you go into this state over here. Also, the E and Q are polar opposites of each other. I will explain why in a second. The bubble does shrink, and you can press E to go back to yourself. And, yeah. And then, see, this gets rid of all of the charges. But watch what happened when I use one of the charges. By the way, the charges heal you. You can see that the ability timer went up. But that is the gist. On to the next ability. Yay. Next ability is Tree. As I was saying before, this cooperates with Mushroom. There are lots of types of trees. So, number 1, vines. I'm going to have to find Wesley to do this, because on the own, the vine tree just does that and that. But with him, it would do more good things. So I'm going to have to find him. I'm just going to ask him where he is. Where? Oh, no, I see him. Okay, so now if I just use my Q ability on him, I can pull him right to me. And if I press the E ability on any tree, it will just give me that. But for some reason, you can hit trees through them, so that makes no sense. Okay, next, tree. We have the buffing tree. Classic. It's a big buff man, and also he's kind of wide. Not gonna lie. But, basically, he's just the tree version of the mushroom. Usually, other than vine tree, trees have the ability to press Q, and they get the fruits on them, like this banana over here. Boop. Thick. But punch me. I'm gonna punch you. Punch me. Boop. Bop. Yeah, he's not punching me out. But basically, this banana would heal me. Yeah. But next ability. Next tree, I guess, actually. I'm gonna skip over normal, because we all know that normal is just normal. Here is the mystic tree, as we call it. Yeet. People love to climb up this, and at the top, there is fruit. And the fruit, everybody loves to lick fruit. You know, that's just how it works. That's only my E ability, though. In my Q ability, I summon a fruit, and then when I take this fruit, I get the Skibidi. And that is the gist of Mystic Tree. Also, those fruits up there, they give big amount of, like, they give not just healing, but also something else, too. Like, speed buff, other stuff. Hive Mind, basically, I'm not even gonna do this one, because it's basically Devour of Souls, but different. But, yeah. Pulse is, I need somebody to punch me for this. So, yeah. Basically, you can shoot this pulse, and then bounces off stuff, and you can call it back to you at any time. Which make this a pretty okay ability. But basically, you can just, like... somebody's chasing you, can just, like... dirty, dirty. Boop, bop, boop, bippity bop. And then eventually it'll explode. Number... 1, 2, 3 is Q, but you need somebody to punch you for that. So basically, the more damage you get, the more the Q charges up, and then you can use it to create an explosion around you. Next ability. The next ability is the portal ability. No, I skipped portal. Too bad. You guys all know the regular portal dimension. If you don't, go try it out for yourself. I will cover it, sadly. But, it's just portal. You can just do this, and then... also, if you want to, you can use this to suck people in to your portals. It's mainly a trap ability, which is honestly kind of goated. But, you just can get really high with doing this, and then also you can just go boop. You can go... boop. You can just use this to travel across the map. Boop. Yeah. But that's the gist of the ability of Portal Mastery, and I'm going to cover Portal because I said I would cover every ability, and I'm not a clickbaiter, man. Pain. I just want to get this over with, guys. If you're like me and you've been doing this for an hour, you can probably understand why. And you don't have very cooperative friends, may I add. But, Portal. Eat, you go in. And then eat, you go out. Also, the river heals you, and sometimes a purple portal spawns in there. That's all. Oh my gosh. Pain, more pain. Next up, we have the forgotten ability that not many people use, Return, and yes, this is honestly a very fun ability to play around with. Basically, you can set your spawn location, die, and you will come back, even if I believe you get punched. Q is literally just like invincibility, kind of like deflect, so you can see if I want to get in a fight with him. I just don't take damage. But yeah, that's the gist of the return ability. So, I don't get why, but sometimes the E just doesn't work. Like, I'm gonna, like, set my spawn location here. And then, boop. Boop. There. And then I'm just gonna go jump off into the void, right? This is ability about not dying. But you can see that I will just come back here at full health. And that is a good ability, because it's either heal to full health if you really just want to, or not heal to full health and, like, basically just revive whenever you need to. So, good ability, either way. Okay, Jello, very cool. Gelatinous badge, yay. You can use this Jello to summon the Jello, Lelo Jello, and then you can go inside of it. And you can boing over here to boing yourself out of the Lelo Jello. Which is the mushroom inside there, if you want to see. It's gone already. I'll show you again, but if you like, you can use this to troll people, really. But you can, like, do that and fly. Next ability, yay. Let's go. It's the bubble ability. This is a very forgotten ability, to say the least. Like, nobody uses this anymore. You can press this bubble, and these bubbles will attack your enemy. And you can do this, and you can have low gravity, and the bubbles will attack the enemy. So that is the bubble ability. Yeah. Okay, and now if you're me, and if you have every ability, you will now have the defender ability. And now you can throw balls. Eat, 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 eat. So, 4 abilities, you have the archers. And you can boop. Bop. Boop. I'm not gonna kill him. But you can do that. Or you have the crusher, and you can do that. Or you have baller. You can do the balls. And slicer. Those are the 4 non-mastered. Until it's giving me pain. Pain. Only pain. So. And now we have the 4 abilities. I'm only going to go into one of them, which is Baller. And I'm not going to go down the full skill tree. Actually, I'll go Crusher. Basically, you have the hammer. Yeah. So. Boop. Bop. Bip. Bip. Bippity bop. And then you get all this. And then you go down to the Paladin's hammer. Dun dun dun! And that is literally all for the Defender Mastery, because the more you hit people, the more skill points you get, and that's all. So now we have the... These are basically the 3 that masteries in a row that people actually use. These are the 3 most used masteries, in my opinion. Next up, we have Alchemist Mastery. And honestly, you just summon, and mushroom, mushroom, mushroom. But if you don't want to do that, which I will, and I'm going to make it Noki. Sorry, I'm going to make it Ectoplasm. And I'm going to brew it. Splash Potion of Fungal Field, should say. But now I can just throw this over here. And it will hurt him if you step on it. But you can make a bunch of different... Step on one of the mushrooms. Oh no, he stepped on them and it didn't hurt him. I guess I made a healing potion. My bad. Anyways, now we have Army, and I'm not going to go over Base Alchemist. Again, I'm going to go over every ability. I can't not go over the abilities. Pain. Like he says. So, Army, Mastery, you just have coins, and you can upgrade your ability. If you kill somebody, you get 50 coins. So, like, yeah. And now I got 50 coins, and I also just lost 2 trophies. But, now you can see I have upgraded to Farmers. And then, third is, after Farmer is, after Farmer is the regular, and then after that is Military, and then it's, is Superman. I'm so tired. Don't ask why I disabled cosmetics. I don't know. Anyways, Alchemist, regular Alchemist, boop. Also, the Q ability in Alchemist Mass is just to redo the last potion you brew. So you can just, like, for example, like, I want a speed potion, jump potion, restoration potion, extra limb potion, any of those. They're all there. And that's Alchemist Mastery. I mean, regular. And then, Army. Okay, Army, you just have, it's just, you have the exact same thing, except one thing. So, yeah, it's just, they start at that level instead of, you know, caveman. But, yeah. And then we have the, farmer ability. There's no more masteries, by the way. That was the end of the masteries. Farmer, you summon crops, and if you corrupt a banana, you get it permanently. But I don't have a banana, so I'm going to take this. And now I can, he's probably going to try to kill me. I'm going to say no, because he's bad at the game, and he can't do that. Also, there's another reason he can't do that. See how I'm back at full health? Because that's what... Come on, please be a banana. Okay, hold on. He needs to chill out for a second. Just chill, chill, chill. Chill, 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 chill. 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 What ability is he using? Kick. Oh, yeah, right. Ow. But I just wasted the banana. But that's not all. Because I'm using Farmer, I corrupted the banana, which gives me a corrupted banana, which means I can do that. And he gets hurt. And it's really funny. Also, he wants to fight. He wants to play. I'm gonna take away, like, all of his health with this, but, he wants to play. He wants to play. He wants to play. I'll throw a corrupted cabbage at him. Oh, come on. Touch the cabbage. It's funny. It's funny. He loves you. I am the cabbage. I am the cabbage. I am the cabbage. I am the cabbage. Boom. And he died. Lol. 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 And there's a floating tree of oranges. Is he also inside the cabbage? Nah, he's not inside the cabbage. He doesn't have the privilege to be inside the cabbage. The cabbage despawned. My oranges. No. But that's okay because I have a sapling, which I can then corrupt, and use the fourth ability, hotkey, to go skibbity. Boom, orange. And now he's gonna be like, Oliva, what did you do? Did it come poo poo? Yeah. Ah, he didn't get hit by it. Ding dong, goody, 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 wata, ding dong, ding dong. And now that my cabbage is gone. But yes, that is the entirety of Farmer class. Not all of the abilities. There's also like corn and stuff, but let's go to the next ability. Gingerbread. Yay. Boop. You can go in here. And there's guys in here. That's that. Then you can also do that, which damages people. Next ability. Okay, next ability is Rage. So Rage is honestly it's a good ability, semi. But I need him for this. So if he can hear me right now, please talk back. I'm gonna ask him, can call or no. Yeah, he's probably no. But Rage is just stomp and run. And if you catch somebody during this run, you kind of stomp, throw them into the ground. But also, when you're below half health, you move faster. Also, you have very limited healing. And also, you can see I have that effect on me. That's what you have when you're below half health. And yeah. Next is Puppet, and I need him to be in the game for this. I can't do it without. And if he could, like, when I get near him, if he could just, like, if he can reset right now, that'd be amazing. Thank you. Okay, so now that we have the ability, we have the Puppet, we can do two things with this. He will automatically attack, but we can also send him over there. Our E ability allows us to duplicate and clone ourselves. And our R ability allows us to control the Puppet. So now we are playing as the Puppet. And not only can you get one Puppet, but you can get more puppets. I am playing as him right now, basically. And now we have two puppets. And that is the entirety of Puppet. So very fun. And yeah. Okay, so now we have Mech. Mech, boom, boom, stomp, fly away home, and then shoots missiles. Bing, bang, boing, boing, boing. So we have 50 missiles, and we can hold it down to shoot the missiles. And then I can just gong, gang, ging, ging, gong, ging, gong, ging, goo, ga, gi, ga, goo. Yeah, and that's Mech. And then you can fly really, really high. And then boom. And honestly, it may not seem powerful, but in practice, it is pretty good. And it may seem hard to hit people, but yeah. But that's Mech, and basically, yeah, that's Mech. Now we have Void. Okay, so the Q ability is going to summon this little portal thingy that pulls people in, and the E ability summons a tentacular tentacle that whips people and throws them backwards. And that is Void. That is literally all there is to Void. And, yeah. Now we have Double Jump. You guys probably know what this does. Next, we have Custom after Double Jump. So, just, you jump twice. Next, we have Custom after Double Jump. I'm not even going to use the ability. Okay. So you can just, like, do this, and then it has effects like that, and projectile, modifier. Sadly, they removed, some other stuff, but bouncy. Bouncy. So let's just say I want a bouncy, the Gigadisc projectile. And we can say this is oiled and Q. No, I said a bouncy Gigadisc projectile. Okay. Gigadisc projectile, and our E ability can be syringe with spawner. No. We can have the, not syringe with spawner, but the magic dart with spawner, and we can do this as oiled. So yeah, that's that. Now, if I really wanted to, I could use this E on him, and it targets him. And then, if I really, really wanted to, I could press Q, whoop, and it said it bounced through walls, but it did not bounce through walls, it lied. It lied. It just went through the walls. Does it? I don't know. But if I do that again, really quickly, watch. So it's gonna not work at all. What? But that's gonna, okay, I'm very confused. But that's gonna, like, hit him, and usually with oiled, he'd be flying. But that is custom, and the next ability is God Punch, and you probably know how God Punch works. If you don't, let me just show you. Yeah, gone. So that's God Punch. Okay. So you may be thinking, Levi, are you gonna end the video now? I'm so bored. Is that every ability? No! I lied. I did not lie. That's not every ability. Now we have the Jester ability. Secret abilities, of course. Love them. Jester. And I can slide. And I can bounce off walls. And if I press Q, I can stop. So it's like lava, but different, basically. You can't control where you're going, but you can stop yourself. Next, after the Jester ability, we have the Butter ability. Sadly, I do believe they removed the coffee and soda. So that is sad because there used to be coffee and energy drink behind soda, but they no longer have that. Butter, you can transform into a little butter boy that can slide super fast. Whee! And also you can fly. Whee! By pouring water on yourself. So, yeah. And that is Butter. And now we are moving on to one of the last abilities that I'll ever use. And I think behind Stone is... Is this here? It is. This is cost 250 punch. K punch. Not 250 punches. 250,000 punches. When I tell you it was a pain getting this, I am not lying. E does that, but that didn't work at all. And Q, you just eat a brick. And if you can tell, I am bricky now. I get... You see that? That's the size increase you get from eating a brick. You actually do get size increase. That's the amount you get. As you can see, I am now slightly taller than him. As I continue eating this brick, I will get bigger and bigger until it's actually a noticeable size difference. Not like 0.3 studs difference. And I'm just going to keep slamming these bricks on him because I feel like it. And again, you can still not see the size difference, partially because of my hat. But actually, a little bit. You can see it. My hat is taller than his. That's not usually happening. And now you can tell where my arms are that I am clearly taller. That is the entire ability. Is this some sort of joke? I got 250,000 punches for getting slightly bigger every time you eat a brick. Okay. You know what? No problem. Anyways, that's the brick ability. They need to buff it, for real. They need to make the size increase more noticeable. But that's the brick ability, and I believe there is more. Did they add it back? Is it still here? No? Okay. No, is it there? No, that's just... Yep, no, it's not there. Anyways, now we have the final ability, which is Quantum. Where are you? Damn, they keep on moving this. I swear it was on Quantum one day. But, yeah, it's not. It's cheese. Honestly, best ability in the game. 10 out of 10 always should use. You have it. You have access to it. You definitely should use it. You should not skip it. It is really, really good and powerful, especially if you have an auto clicker. So, there's only one more ability after this, I believe. Two actually. Nom nom nom. And see how fast you go? And then you have a random chance to boing. You have an increased jump height, by the way. But you have a random chance to just do that. And that's pretty cool. But there's two more abilities. One of them is Burger, and the other one I'm forgetting. I know there's one, but I'm forgetting. Two more secret abilities. And if I forget your favorite ability, I'm sorry. Because I might not remember the secret ability, because I don't know what it is right now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But, here is the burger. And you can just have the burgers fly by. And, yeah, honestly, it's pretty fun. Pretty fun ability. Knocks them back quite a bit. And here comes the final secret ability. So, if you guys are excited about this, great. So here you go.
After
Okay.
that, though, you want to play Dead Rose with me?
Yeah, okay, guys, never mind. We are back, and the thing is, we have 2 more secret abilities. Number 1 is Spectator. You walk through walls, you can spectate other players by just clicking the arrows, but there's nobody else in the server right now. And you can, like, press E to walk on air, but, see, you can walk on air. See, I'm walking on air. And Q, you can, like, fly like gravity. Basically, it is gravity. Whee! And this has almost virtually no cooldown. So you can just... And then, boop, boop. And then wait for this cooldown to go. And now I'm in the lobby. And, the funny thing is I can finally see the red outlines for this, because I have not seen red outlines in so long, so. Anyways, the actually final ability. It's right here. I almost forgot about you.
Final ability a good one, or is it default?
It's actually a good one. You'll see, guys, you'll see. It is Bind, and Bind took... There's a secret 11th quest, okay? Bind is the secret 11th quest. It took a long time for Bind to release. But now that it's finally here, it's pretty good. You can do this, and they will hit people and damage them. You can do this, and that will stick balls to people and throw them up in the air and damage them. And then you can do that. And when that hits a wall, it'll pull people in, and then you can do this, and that'll damage them. And that is the entirety of every secret ability and not secret ability and every ability in Ability Wars. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and honestly, this took so long to make, so, I love you guys. You guys are my soul and my heart. Please if you made it to the end, you are, like, the best person I have ever heard of, because how did you watch this? This was legitimately one of the most excruciating things I've ever done. And I was trying to make it quick. So, just keep that in mind. Anyways, you guys, W-Mans, hope you have a really, really, really good time watching some other people's videos, but, I'm gonna leave this unedited, sorry. But, other than that, I hope you have a good day. Bye!